this video is to show you how to set up a Word document for your technical report. There are three things that I would like to cover. First is setting up the title page. Second, showing you how to create headings. And third, showing how to generate a table of contents from the headings in your Word document. I'm starting off with a Word document that is open. One of the first things you will probably want to do is to save the document file. You might want to call the document Tech Report Unit 1 and then provide your name as part of the file name in the document, as this one is already there. To begin, we'll do the title page. The title page will be centered, and we'll hit return to place the title somewhere in the middle of the page. The instructions for this technical report state that it should be a 12-point font. That's what we have here. I don't specify the style of font. Times New Roman is a good, simple, common font to use. Unusual fonts or fancy fonts are usually not a good idea for technical reports. You may want to make the font bold, which we'll do right here. And according to the instructions, the title of the report should be something like this: Data Model for, and then you give the name of the subdivision. You make up a name. I'm going to call this Sunny Day Subdivision. Then the requirements state that you should provide your name, student ID, and the date submitted. You may also want to put in the course number. Now, to go to the next page, we could either put in carriage returns, or what would be better than that would be to insert a page break. For this, we go up to Insert, choose Break. The default type of break is a page break, so we click OK, and we're on the next page. The next page should be the table of contents. Again, we use the 12-point font, bold, and we have it centered, but this time at the top of the page. Now's a good time to insert page numbers. We go up to Insert, Page Numbers. Typically, we don't show a page number on the first page, so we untick this box. The alignment can be right, left, or center. My preferred choice is center. We click OK. So now we have page numbers in our document, starting with page 2 on the table of contents page. To go to the next page, we'll put our cursor at the table of contents line, and again we will use Insert to create a page break. This is the first page of our technical report. We no longer want the report to be centered, or the document to be centered, so we align it to the left with this button right here. Now, what I suggest you do is you begin your paper, your technical report, by creating the structure of headings that you will be using. You'll note that right now our font is Times New Roman, size 12, and it's bold. Let's tick off the bold, turn it off, and for our first heading, which according to the instructions is background, we'll type that in. Right now, the style is normal bold. We want to make this a heading. So we'll highlight it and see that it's normal. It's no longer normal bold. And we'll choose heading 1. That's the highest level heading. Note that the font for heading 1 is Arial 16. I recommend making it the same font as the rest of your document. You don't have to. You can leave it the way it is. But what's important is that you have headings. Here, I'll specify it as Times New Roman, and I'll make it 14 font. When I hit carriage return, we see now that the style for the text is normal. I'll hit another carriage return, and I'll type in the next section of the document, which has the heading of purpose. Again, I can highlight it and go up to the style, and now we see that there's a new style for heading 1 that's available to us. It's the one that we just created. This one is Times New Roman, bold, 14 point, and this is what we're going to use throughout the document for our heading. So I click on that. So now purpose is a heading. The next section of the document, according to the instructions, is definitions. And again, I'll make this a heading in the same way. The next heading is data model content. I'll make that a heading. The next section, data model description. And the next one is GIS data 4, and then the name of the subdivision. In the case here, I made up the name Sunny Day Subdivision. And I'll make both of these headings. So what I'm encouraging is that you first set up the structure of the document, and then you can start actually putting in the content of the document. For example, the instructions state that for background you're to briefly describe in just a few sentences the concept behind the geodatabase model and explain what a schema is. Again, the purpose of this technical document is to create a document that you, as the expert, can hand off to your manager, your supervisor, or someone else in the office so that they can read the document and know something about what you've done. So the background basically describes the geodatabase model in lay terms, something that someone without the expertise that you now have will understand. So you would type in the content here. Now the important thing that I'm trying to show you with regards to these using these headings is that once you've created headings, it's very easy to create a table of contents. If we go up to table of contents, And just under the line that says Table of Contents, we go to Insert, References, Indexes and Tables, and then we click on the Table of Contents tab. We can click the OK button, and a table of contents for each of those headings is generated. Now as we start adding to the content of these sections, they of course will move as the paper expands and gets larger. So for example, after some typing on your document, this section, this heading, GIS data for sunny day, will move to page 4, and now our table of contents is outdated. We can recreate that table of contents by clicking on it, choosing Insert, going to References, Indexes and Index and Tables, and then again from the Table of Contents tab, click OK. It asks us if we want to replace the selected table of contents, and we can click OK. And we note that now the heading for GIS data sunny day subdivision has been updated to show that it's on page 4. So this is the basic approach that I am looking for the technical report. At a minimum, I would like to see a title page with this information, a table of contents that you've generated using headings, and I've showed you how to do the headings. So if you have any questions on any of this, please ask me, and I'm willing to help. And I'll leave you with that. Have fun.